put these guys on. Ready?
Take off.
There we go.
Point updated.
Whee! Whee! Nice waves today, whipping around there. Ah! Is that a bald eagle?
Hey there, RC Girl here. Today I'm testing out something that feels very futuristic and super unique. These are the RayNeo Air 4 Pro AR glasses. They basically let you turn many compatible devices into a floating screen right in front of your face. They look like super sleek sunglasses and even include open ear audio. The part I'm most excited about, you can use it as a monitor for drone flying. It works with so many different models, including my DJI Mavic Mini 4 Pro.
Here we go. Oh my God.
Home point updated.
It makes it seem like you were in the cockpit, super immersive. Today, we're gonna unbox it, check out the features, talk compatibility, what this is good for, what are the limitations, and seeing whether these are actually useful or just another tech gimmick. Stick around.
I was like dubious about these, and they're actually pretty sick.
First off, what the heck are these and what can they be used for? They're marketed as AR or augmented reality glasses. In practice, think of them as a light, wearable, portable fixed monitor with audio that still allows you to see your surroundings. They use dual micro OLED 1080p 120 Hz displays and create what feels like a massive floating screen in a glasses-like frame. Very high quality, crystal clear picture, even in full sun when I was out flying my drone. The RayNeo Air 4 Pros can be plugged into many compatible devices, essentially anything with a USB-C display output. If you pick up their separate HDMI dongle, you can also use it with HDMI output devices as well. They are perfect for drone flying. For example, today we're going to be using them out on the Oregon coast with my DJI RC2 controller and my Mavic Mini 4 Pro.
Start our props.
Take off.
There we go.
Point updated.
Do a strafing shot. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get like more cinematic shots when you're wearing it as glasses versus looking at your monitor.
These are also super popular with gamers. They're compatible with several different handheld gaming devices, including the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Nintendo Switch, and using their HDMI cable, even PlayStation and Xbox. They're also good for watching movies and videos on the go, plugging directly into your smartphone. And what's really great about these, they don't require any separate software or batteries. They don't have their own operating system. They take power directly from your device and work immediately straight out of the box. You don't have to install anything. So what's the difference between FPV and the RayNeo AR glasses? I have a couple FPV videos on my channel. I will link out to those. First off, with the RayNeo Air 4 Pros, you can still see some of your surroundings. Like I said, think of it as a display in front of your eyes. What your phone, drone, monitor, or console shows, the glasses will show. They work straight out of the box just by plugging them in, no software needed.
So easy, you don't need anything else other than that.
They also make me less motion sick compared with FPV. FPV, or first-person view tech, is essentially a complete flight system, and the goggles enclose your full view. The video transmitter and receivers all need to match, are often proprietary. You also need a flight controller. They often have head tracking and onboard recording. Getting going with FPV definitely requires a lot more technical prowess, programming, and they're typically not plug and play. AR glasses are good for also flying drones, but also movies, gaming, laptop productivity, traveling with, different use cases, and definitely a lot easier to get going with the AR glasses. Let's take a closer look. First impressions, the packaging is really clean and premium looking, definitely fitting with other cool tech products coming out nowadays. At the time of filming this, for Amazon Prime Day, they are running a sale on these, $240 for the standard version, the ones I have, They also have a Batman version, essentially a giant Batman emblem looking glasses for $255. So pricey, but definitely less than other similar competitors out there and less than OLED FPV equipment I've tried. Here is everything that comes in the box. The glasses themselves are surprisingly lightweight. I didn't get any fatigue or pressure points while wearing them while flying. They definitely look more like normal sunglasses, more incognito than other FPV goggles that I've tried. They come with this removable light shield. I ended up using this while flying outdoors just to help with a little bit of light bleed. It comes with a fabric case. Would have been nice to have something a little bit more sturdy, but it definitely does the job. It even has a Velcro strap in here to hold the included USB-C video cable. You also get two nose pieces, a small one which comes pre-installed and a large one which I actually ended up swapping to. Apparently I have a big nose. You get demo lens frame inserts. If you wear prescriptions, you'll have to order that separately, and also a quick start guide, user manual, warranty card, and a lens wipe. Let's take a closer look at the glasses themselves. So the build quality, it feels pretty solid. As I mentioned, they are lightweight. The body is largely plastic. There is a little bit of adjustability here, so you can actually change the angle of the lenses. I always feel like I was about to break these. I thought I literally broke them out of the box. 3 different positions you can set the angle to. I ended up keeping it in the first position, I think the most angled. Also the 2 nose bridges, I ended up swapping to the larger one. It is a quick, easy swap. They just pop in and out. On the end of the glasses here is a USB-C port. So these have to be plugged in to get power. As I mentioned, they don't have an onboard battery. They also don't have their own separate firmware. So they will be taking power directly from the device they're plugged into. So you're always going to be having a cable coming out of the back. However, I didn't feel like it was a huge hindrance. I actually didn't really notice it at all. There are a couple buttons on the bottom of the frame here. Super easy to navigate. On our left, we have the screen brightness. I ended up keeping it full brightness pretty much every time I was using it. On our left, we have our volume button, so you can turn the volume up and down. And we also have a menu button. There are a couple of functions that you can modify on the screen itself, including image and audio quality. These glasses also utilize a quad speaker system. Audio is by Bang & Olufsen, a high-end Danish audio company known for premium speakers and headphones. So I thought the audio on these was pretty primo sounding. It is an open ear speaker design, so you can hear everything that's going on around you, but also have audio directly pointed at your ears. Compared to something like the audio in my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses, it did seem like higher quality audio. However, it was a little bit soft, so you might have some issues in louder environments. I ended up having them turned all the way up while using them. The image quality is so nice on these. 1080p micro OLED displays with HDR support and up to 120 Hz refresh rate. The brightness and clarity on these is so nice. And the RayNeo Air 4 Pro display is actually one of the first to have HDR10 playback. HDR improves highlights and color volume on top of the really deep blacks provided the dual OLEDs. So you're gonna get brighter highlights, more shadow detail, wider color range, greater contrast between dark and bright areas. Lights pop more and darker scenes can reveal more detail. So you feel like you really have a screen right in front of your eyes. It's so fun and immersive to fly drones with this and also even watch TV shows and movies. I didn't get any of the motion sickness like I typically do with FPV equipment. It is worth mentioning though, you can't use the buttons on the glasses themselves to navigate any of the things on your devices. You still have to have your device unlocked and open, and also use your device to navigate any of the user interface. Now that we've covered the features, let's take it outside in a real world scenario, out drone flying with my DJI Mavic Mini 4 Pro on the Oregon coast. How do they handle full sun? Are they enjoyable to use? Is it better than using the controller itself? Let's take it away. Put these guys on. These are super easy. All you do, plug in to the end of the glasses, plug this in to the bottom of your controller. So easy, you don't need anything else other than that. And I was worried about how dark it would be, how easy it would be to see with the sun when you're outside, because these are not FPV glasses. They are more like a traditional sunglass.
So a little bit more incognito. It doesn't look like you have this big headset on, and they're super light. Actually put the covers on so it would give us a little bit more sun protection, but it is actually very, very bright display. It basically projects your feed, what you see on your monitor. You don't have to look down. You have them right on your glasses. We are ready to take off now. Ah, so cool. Ah, there's a bee landing on me. Start recording. Start our props.
Takeoff.
There we go.
Point updated.
Hey, no one said my hair's all messed up. Taking off. I don't know why I'm looking around, but. Whee! This is a dive site for any scuba divers out there. Scuba divers out there? Scuba divers out there. And if you don't know my past, I was a marine scientist for a long time, and I'm dive certified. Love living near the ocean. But yeah, these are so cool. So like, it's sunny out. It's pretty windy for my Mavic Mini Pro, but I can see the display like nice and clear. It's kind of nice. It's a very immersive experience, a lot more so than just like looking down at your monitor. And I feel like it's easier to fly too, because you feel like you're like, not FPV, but you feel like you're like first person view. Like you're in the cockpit of the airplane or the drone. So this is South Jetty right here. It's cool. This is a kite surf spot actually. And sometimes surfers come out here. Nice waves today, whipping around there. Birds. Whee! Ah! Is that a bald eagle? Whee! It's the Coast Guard Tower. Let's go check it out. Do a strafing shot. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get like more cinematic shots when you're wearing it as glasses versus looking at your monitor. So it doesn't just project the video, it projects your whole screen, so I can see like my distance and the map, where my home screen is, like what I'm recording. This is also an amazing clamming spot for anyone who likes seafood out there. And the jetty, lots of crabs also in this bay. Yeah, I like these glasses a lot. It makes flying a lot easier. Like I said, it's like you're in the cockpit of the aircraft. Whee! There I am. See if I can buzz myself and not hit myself. The glasses are pretty awesome. I can zoom into myself, looking like a nerd. You don't need any additional hardware or software with this. They do have an app, but I think it's only, at least the QR code that I scanned in the booklet, it's only for iPhone. So maybe they'll come out with an Android one. You don't need it. One thing though, it does take power from your device, so it's gonna suck a little bit more power than if you were just running this separately. Yeah, I think they're pretty handy little device actually, and this is my first time trying AR sunglasses. The video feed is fantastic. Another thing to mention with these, I don't get the same motion sickness feeling that I do when I'm using FPV. I think because you can kind of see around your surroundings, you don't have the full closed off view. It's a little bit more stabilizing. So yeah, pretty freaking cool. I was like dubious about these and they're actually pretty sick. Whee! It's so beautiful out this morning. I'm so glad I came out.
So who are these for? I do think they make sense for drone content creators, someone like me who produces lots of videos for YouTube, travelers who want to watch media on the go without head strain, someone who wants a portable, big screen, lightweight setup, who doesn't want to look like they have this huge headset on in public. You can be a little bit more incognito watching media on a train or airplane with these, for example. Definitely great for gamers. I think that's the audience who have traditionally used these, and anyone who is a tech fan. If you're expecting full Apple Vision Pro style augmented reality, this isn't that. But if you want a lightweight wearable display that works with your existing devices, these are actually pretty cool. No need for installing additional software. They work straight out of the box. All you do, plug in the cable into your device, and it has lots of device compatibility. I'll put a link out to every device this works with,
Some caveats, they do have a fixed screen, so no ability to move your head around, no head tracking or having multiple displays. Also, if you want the HDMI device compatibility, you'll need to pick up that separate dongle I mentioned. These don't have their own battery, they require power from your device. And if it's your phone, it needs to be unlocked with your screen on, so your screen on your phone is going to be playing the video alongside playing it on your glasses. So this will likely drain your battery more quickly. To be able to charge your device at the same time as using it with your goggles, you'll need to pick up their separate cable for that as well. Overall, I think the RayNeo Air 4 Pros is one of the more interesting tech accessories I've tried in a while, especially paired with my DJI Mavic Mini 4 Pro. It's definitely staying in my drone bag, and I'm going to be using it pretty much every time I fly now. Let me know in the comments, what would you guys use this with? Thanks to RayNeo for sending out a pair to feature on my channel. I will link out to these in the description box and also in a pinned comment if you'd like to check out more. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and until next time, I'll see you later.